Well, starting this off with the time-lapse looking to the west, you can see plenty of cloud cover this Saturday. Unfortunately, didn't see a lot in terms of rain in here in the Concho Valley. Most of that was off towards the northeast or the northwest. Going into sunset, we started to clear out just a little bit there, and going into tonight, we could still see an isolated shower or two, but the chances are remaining pretty low for now. Current temperatures at the 10 p.m. hour down to 74 here in town. Off to the north, 71 up there in Sterling City, 72 in Robert Lee right now. Junction coming in at 72 as well. Most of us fairly uniform in terms of temperature across the Concho Valley, and that can partially be attributed to the moisture values that we're seeing as well. Look at the 67-degree dew point there in Ballinger, same here in San Angelo, 63 there in Sterling City, only up to 70-degree dew point there in Junction. Those relative humidity indices anywhere from the 90s to the 70s. All of us going to be feeling pretty muggy going into these overnight hours for sure, as we're dealing with this sustained southerly flow. Upper level pattern going to show you what's responsible for all the showers and storms off to our northwest right now. This upper level trough is going to be the culprit, and going into the next couple of days, it's going to continue to bring that moisture into the area. Then after it clears out, look at this, there's another one right behind it. This cutoff low sets up over the Four Corners, bringing more moisture back over the Concho Valley, and then more of those rain chances going into your Thursday night, Friday, and then Saturday, and then going into the weekend just a little bit. Starts to die off going towards that Sunday time frame. Severe outlook going into tonight, really targeting areas from the Panhandle into Oklahoma there. For the Concho Valley, we're in a level 1 out of 5 risk for that severe weather if some of these thunderstorms start to kick off. But going into tomorrow, Sunday, that's going to be the better chance for some of that severe weather to start kicking off, especially for some of our northern counties, Sterling County and then Runnels and Coke County, all coming in that level 2 out of 5 risk for some of that severe weather. Here in the Concho Valley, most of us in that level 1 out of 5 risk. Main risk is going to be large hail, gusty winds, and we can't rule out the isolated tornado or two if these storms do start to develop. But the models are differing a little bit on whether they do start to develop or not going into these next couple days. Current satellite showing you where this main system is really targeting the Panhandle right now, issuing that flash flood warning there up towards the Panhandle, and there was a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. Those have since expired for right now, just to the north of Midland and across our area, seeing pretty much clear skies for right now until more of that moisture can start to work into the area, lift up, and then condense into those clouds. Looking at the radar, you can see the bulk of that rainfall coming down to the north of Midland right now. Just a little bit of that shower activity off to the east of Abilene, and we'll see if we can get in on a little bit of that activity coming into the Concho Valley, coming into tonight and then going into tomorrow. Looking at the futurecast here, you can see where it starts to develop, mainly going into the late morning hours of tomorrow towards that lunchtime hour. You could see some quick development for some of our northern counties is what most of these models are calling for. And then that could bring some of that heavy hail and heavy rain with it as well. Starts to clear out for the afternoon and evening. Then going into Monday, look at this more explosive development for some of our northern counties, really going for a double punch there as it goes through Monday morning as well. We could see some light rain for some of our southern counties, just chances aren't looking as great, unfortunately. And of course, tonight is daylight saving, so as we're going towards 2 a.m., you're going to want to turn those clocks back to 1 a.m. or maybe just go ahead and do it tonight, get ahead of it as we're going into the overnight hours, because it is fall back and then it's going to be wrong going into tomorrow. And as we're falling back tonight, temperature is going to be on their way down to that 67-degree mark. About an isolated shower or two with only a 20% chance of rain. That kicks up a little bit going into tomorrow, up to that 40% mark with isolated storms, mainly for some of our northern counties that we were just looking at. Temperatures coming in at 79 is what we're looking at. And then really through the next 7 days, 70s are going to be the sustained temperatures for those daytime highs. The overnight lows are really what's bouncing around going towards Election Day. We could see those 40s come into the area for overnight lows. They work their way back up to the 50s, then 40s back again as that next system works in next weekend. That's all for your 7-day forecast.